Hey skiers, it's Bob with SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2026 ski test. We've got a Stockli Stormrider 102 for you today, and without mincing words, this thing's awesome. It is one of the cleanest and smoothest carving 102s out there. Stockli just does a really good job at making these skis feel quiet, totally connected to the snow, and just extremely solid while not being overly heavy or demanding. It's just 100% of a pleasing ski experience, and they do such a good job with these Stormriders. Any width, 88, 95, 102 will qualify for all of these accolades. But this 102 feels special because it is wider, and you do get a wider platform underfoot, and there's no expectation that a ski will carve as well or feel as clean, but these do it. And that is just a big testament to Stockli's engineering and design team and their ability to make a ski feel quiet and totally damp throughout any type of turn in most conditions and terrain. They did upgrade a little bit for this year, slightly more of a forgiving shovel in terms of rocker profile, and then they did add a rubber tip insert as well. But overall, the ski contains many of the same qualities that we've liked about it for the past couple of seasons since they got this generation of construction. They are built with a blend of poplar, beech, and paulownia in the wood core. 3 different woods that all kind of do their own thing: the lightweight of the paulownia, the steadiness and consistency of poplar, and then the heftiness of the beech. All kind of contribute their own individual things. 2 layers of metal, the top sheet being a metal laminate as well. Anytime that metal is brought closer to your foot, you're adding a new layer of insulation and damping to the mix, because it doesn't have to go through, the energy doesn't have to go through other materials before it hits that damp metal layer. So just a nice touch by Stockli, kind of putting that upper layer closer to your foot. They also use their rubber dust in any of their adhesive layers. That's going to create that smooth and quiet feel. And then if it weren't enough, then they add that rubber insert to the tip in order to further silence the ski. It really feels like you don't have anything on your feet at all. That's the level of smoothness and kind of flotation on groomers that you're getting from this Stormrider 102. Just a totally pleasing ski experience. It's incredibly rewarding and fun. I got out on them, I think it was the second day of our ski test, so spring conditions, but still firm up at the top. So it was fun to kind of go through a gradual softening of the snow. So up top, nice and firm, lots of good edge grip coming out of these skis. And then when it softened up midway down through the bottom, you could just let the things run through that softer snow and that corn. They worked incredibly well and were very predictable, even though they do have kind of a softer shovel. I think that these skis with 2 sheets of metal kind of get an interesting reputation for being stiff. And while that is true kind of from the mid-body down, up here in the front, there is some flex. So, you know, if you're an aggressive skier and you're looking for a really strong overall 102 underfoot ski, there are stiffer options out there. It's not that this outperforms things in an aggressive manner. It does so in a quality and a silent manner. But you do have to be wary that there is some flex in that shovel, especially if you're kind of more of a traditional skier looking to drive the ski. This is the 182, and we are on the scale at 1,950 grams. So 102 underfoot, 2 sheets of metal, 182 and below 2,000 grams. There is some light weight going on here, and that makes it not overly demanding. In terms of shape, you know, we kind of joke about Stockli. This is their widest ski that they make, and they use terms like free ride tail and tip rocker, but there's really, it's very much a traditional ski. You know, it does have a rocker camber, rocker profile, but you know, nothing we would go so far as to call dramatic in terms of rocker. It's not very long. There's more splay in the 102 than the 95 or the 88, but still not a lot in terms of the class. I guess we do see more early taper in this 102 than we do in the narrower Stormriders, so that is going to help with the flotation. and just making for a really easy turn initiation. But the tail is very square and very alpine oriented, I guess. Flat, not a ton of rocker here, with not a lot of taper back here. So we're definitely seeing more of a sturdy feel in the tail, and that is not only shape derivative, but also flex. So pretty stiff back there in the tail, 19.8 meters in the turn radius. And you do feel it, you know, it's definitely, it does like that longer arc, and it's really fun to kind of let it do its thing and let it run. You can shorten it up. The tail will let you know that it's there, but it's more fun and more pleasing to let this thing do what it wants, which is to run and make really long, drawn out, beautiful round arcs. That's where this thing excels. And if you encounter any soft snow or crud or chop, it's going to draw a pretty straight line right through it. It does an awesome job at kind of taming untoward snow surfaces and stuff like that. Definitely an advanced and up level ski. I think an intermediate could have fun here. They won't be able to find, I think, the top level of the performance threshold, but the flex of the tip and just the overall smooth nature and the lighter weight makes it accessible, but I think advanced and expert skiers will find the most out of it. But yeah, that's it. Just a beautiful ski, great skiing experience. Check out this Stockli Stormrider 102 here at SkiEssentials.com, and we'll see you out there on the hill. Bye.